Hey everybody, it's Greg and Janet here again, this time in Ballarat, Ghost Town, just outside of Death Valley, and we found something truly unusual and different and interesting that's just sitting out here in the middle of the desert for everybody to discover. So let's discover it. You ready? This vehicle sitting here is a 1942 Dodge Power Wagon. The first time that we ever came out here to Ballarat, we didn't come out to see Ballarat, we came out to see Barker Ranch, which was where the Manson family was hiding out. And it's about 21 miles southeast of here, up in the mountains, which we can't get to right now because we don't have a vehicle capable of climbing that mountain. But this little ghost town here of Ballarat was a supply station for all of the miners in the mountains in the area. And when the Manson family moved here in 1968 or 69, this was where they would come to get sodas, supplies, groceries they'd have back in the real town, but this was the closest thing to it out here. This vehicle right here, this 1942 Dodge Power Wagon, was registered to Gary Beausoleil, is what I've been told. Gary Beausoleil is Bobby Beausoleil's wife, or was Bobby Beausoleil's wife. Bobby Beausoleil is serving time in prison, a life sentence for the killing of Gary Hinman. That was the first murder that was actually committed by the Manson family. And this vehicle right here was one of the Manson family's vehicles. Inside the caretaker here, his name is Rocky. First time we came out here, Rocky told us to look at the inside headliner and you'll see the psychedelic drawings of the Manson family on the inside of the truck. So here we go. The Manson family painted stars all over the inside of the pickup truck. Now this pickup truck would have been the truck that Bobby Beausoleil drove from San Francisco back and forth down to the Los Angeles area and finally into Death Valley, or into the outskirts of Death Valley at Barker Ranch. When the actual murder started taking place, after Bobby Beausoleil was arrested, the truck was left up at Barker Ranch, or the Barker Ranch area, and the family continued to use the vehicle after Tex Watson had been involved in the Tate LaBianca murders. He was staying out at Barker Ranch. They were all very paranoid, basically, of the police coming to capture them. And one day, Charles Manson left the ranch for whatever reason for a few days, and Tex Watson got the idea that maybe Charles Manson was going to kill him. So he became fearful for his life, not only from Charles Manson, but also the police. He got in a Dodge Power Wagon. Nobody knows for sure if this was the actual one. There's two Dodge Power Wagons up at the ranch at the time. He got into a Dodge Power Wagon. A wagon came down out of Goler Wash, which is about 14 miles this direction out here behind this mountain ridge. And once he got down to the bottom of the valley, he tried to cross over the salt flats, which you see over there in the distance. And at that time of year that he was trying to cross, they were soggy. And he got mired down in the salt and mud of the salt flats and abandoned the vehicle and continued on foot and made his way to Trona, which is up in this mountain range over here. Somehow got to an airport and flew back to Texas, where he was born and raised. This vehicle was pulled out of the salt flats, or it's assumed that it was this vehicle, but there's actually, like I said, there was two 1942 Dodge Power Wagons up at Barker Ranch at the time. One of them is still up there. It's in an area behind the ranch, and it is known as the Helter Skelter truck, because somebody wrote Helter Skelter on the back of it with a spray can. and it basically, all that's left of it is the cab. The engine's gone, the wheels are gone, everything is gone on that one. But this one remains intact. In fact, it's actually in better shape now than the first time that we saw it. The first time we saw it, it was on blocks, and now it's still on blocks, but it appears the tires have air in them, so somebody may have changed the tires on this at one time. But this may or may not be the escape. It's called the escape truck, but nobody knows for sure if this was the vehicle that Tex Watson drove across the salt flats or into the salt flats and got mired, or if it was the Helter Skelter vehicle, which is up at Barker Ranch still. I'm inclined to believe that this was the vehicle, because I don't think that if somebody was to pull this vehicle out of the salt flats and go to all the trouble of bringing some type of wrecker out here to get it out of the mud and salt, I don't think that they would have hauled it back up Barker Ranch, up to Barker Ranch, up Goler Wash, because there's a series of 7 dry waterfalls you have to go up, and it is treacherous. I mean, it truly is a treacherous road. We've done it several times in our Jeep. That 7 miles generally takes about 2.5 hours to negotiate. So I doubt that they brought the truck that was mired in the salt and mud back up to Barker Ranch. So this probably is the vehicle. And you can actually see some photos of this vehicle in Ed Sanders' book, The Family, I believe. So, and Ed Sanders actually rode in this vehicle to go back up to Barker Ranch. At one point, when he rode in the back of it, he was taken up there to look at the ranch while he was writing his famous book. So this appears to be the escape vehicle. Pretty cool, huh? What do you think, Miss Jan?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, when we were out here before, it had all flat tires and all that.
Yeah.
Now it's like been lifted. There's some jack stands under it. I mean, seriously, it looked like it's like there's this much dirt up on the tires. Now somebody's lifted it.
And I'm amazed that this has not disappeared. That you see all the casinos in Las Vegas. If there's a fancy car or a famous car, they usually end up in the casinos as an attraction, like Bonnie and Clyde's death car, stuff like that. But this one has remained out here the entire time, and nothing has ever been done to it. I'm really shocked that it has not been put on display at state fairs or casinos, or I don't know, people. If this thing disappears, you might knock on my door. It may be in my backyard one day. This used to open.
No, it doesn't anymore.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No, it's locked here, and it's wired on the other side.
Well, that's no fun.
But years ago, look, it still has the clutch.
Yeah.
Pedals, brake pedals. It's pretty cool.
It's amazing. Pretty neat. I'd love to have one of these things restored. There's just not a more manly truck than the Power Wagon.
Don't rear end me.
Yeah.
Leaf springs and tires.
Back in the day, man, this was a top-notch truck. These things would drive forever until they got stuck in a salt flat.
Yeah, I mean, like, you gotta see inside the engine.
Is the engine still in there?
Yes, part of it.
You gotta.
I know the bugs are crazy. But no, you can't. No. You can see it in here, in the vents underneath. Yeah, you can see there's still like mud and stuff that's crusted on here. Not only the wind and all that, but you can see there's a lot of damage. Probably sitting in the salt.
Could you imagine trying to restore this, just trying to get the bolts off as rusted up as they are?
Forget it.
That would be a fun project, though. It'd be a long project.
still in there. That's you know, that's all I could see. But yeah, parts of it. There's actually a clamp on a hose.
Really?
Yeah. You look straight in this way. You see it's still in there. There's some hoses with the radiator. You know, go this way.
Okay. Let's see if I can get a view of that. Oh yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Probably a few lizards in there too.
Or snakes?
That's pretty neat, man. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed seeing that 1942 Dodge Power Wagon that was owned by the Manson family. And hopefully it'll be around in another 10 or 15 years if you guys decide to make it out here. It's been around here for a long time.
Yeah.
I guess it's been out here since at least 69, so that's
Right.
what, 51 years, something like that.
Right.
So anyhow, you guys have a nice day. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you enjoy all our videos, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications, and please share these videos.
Right, you guys.
And you guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks.
Talk at you later. Bye-bye.